Dear learners, welcome back to your education channel Learn and Educate, where we were studying a few basics about the goods and service tax law in India and continuing that section 2 clause 6 aggregate turnover. Aggregate turnover means the aggregate value of all the taxable supplies which has been made by a supplier of goods or service. It includes exempt supplies, export of the goods or services, or both. Aggregate turnover includes interstate supplies of persons having the same PAN number, which has been calculated on all India basis. But this aggregate turnover, this amount must never should never include the central tax, that is CGST, the state tax SGST, Union Territory tax UTGST, integrated and cess ITGST. Aggregate turnover shall never include tax. It would include exempt supplies, export of goods or services, interstate supplies of persons having the PAN on same PAN. This interstate supply of persons which is having the same PAN, it should be calculated on all India basis, and this amount excludes the central tax, state tax, unitary tax, integrated tax, and cess. And the most important thing, this aggregate turnover should never ever include the inward supplies on which tax has been payable by a person by the recipient on a reverse charge basis, which means that a person here is supplier, but here on the case of input supplies where he is required to pay tax on reverse charge basis RCM, then that amount shall never be included in the aggregate turnover. Explanation is like that: all taxable supplies includes the exempt supplies, it includes the export of goods and services, it includes the interstate supplies of goods which is having the same PAN computed on all India basis, but it shall never include the central tax, state tax, unity GST, integrated tax, and cess. And this amount excludes the amount on which the inward supplies on which a person has paid tax on the reverse charge basis, because either as per the provisions of this GST law he has to pay, or the supplier is unregistered. Therefore all taxable supplies include exempt supplies, export of goods or service, interstate supplies, and excludes this all taxes. This is aggregate turnover.